As Remy starts, I will work, I will hire, I will help, I will fight, I will Goodwill.
Good evening, guests and staff members of the Logan Memorial Goodwill Industries. My name is Remy Lawrence, and I am a March 2012 graduate of the Human Services Employment Ladder Program, also known as HELP, here at Goodwill. Before I begin, allow me to say that I am very, very honored and thankful to be here amongst you all to share my story, but most importantly, the wonderful experience that I had at Goodwill. I am a 24-year-old single mother to a 2-year-old boy, Tyler Lawrence, and a 2006 graduate of Belmont High School. I started my first job directly out of high school as an assistant to State Senator Mark C. Montigny's Chief of Staff. In that position, I gained valuable professional experience, met many influential people, and formed beneficial networking relationships. I voluntarily left my position with the Senate in 2010 to pursue academic and career interests in human services. I always knew that it was my innermost desire to develop a fulfilling career within the field of human services, as the field has always been near and dear to my heart, and I come from an undeniable legacy of dedication and tireless work for the mentally ill. My grandmother, now deceased, Gertrude Lawrence, was a champion advocate for people afflicted with mental illness, having had a son, my uncle, who suffers from schizophrenia. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts recognized my grandmother's work many times, most recently in 2008 when I accepted an award on her behalf from the National Alliance of the Mentally Ill. Despite my ambition to pursue the career and academic interests that I mentioned, life threw a few curveballs at me, only allowing me to partially meet the goals that I had set forth for myself. One of the most difficult challenges that I faced along the way was coming to terms with and accepting my new role as a single, now unemployed mother. I began to feel resentment for the poor choices that I made, leaving a great job without a secure plan to fall back on, choosing an unreliable father for my son, leaving me to learn and master the unknown, which was parenting, and even for not taking full advantage of all the opportunities that I had before me when I graduated high school. I found myself derailed off of my pursuit for success and became what I felt like was a statistic. It is difficult but imperative for me to admit that I found myself becoming as comfortable could be in my new role as an out-of-work, unproductive, unachieving mother and woman. During the year and a half that I was out of work, I received cash and food stamp benefits for myself and my son. And although those services were a help to my son and I undoubtedly knew that I needed more, wanted more, and was worth more than what I had allowed myself to settle into. In December 2011, with the new year approaching, I finally decided to be proactive in improving my life circumstances. I made an unscheduled visit to the Dudley Square Transitional Assistance Office seeking a referral to a human services career-based job training program. I knew that if training relative to the career field that I truly aspired to work in was available, I was indeed going to take full advantage of the opportunity. I asked to be referred to the help class after reading the program flyer in the office. And that same day, I made a call to Program Director Diane Delahanty to inquire about the application process. Diane informed me of the necessary requirements, and the next day, I went to Goodwill to interview with her for acceptance into her program. Soon after, I received a call from job specialist Latoya Salvin notifying me that I was chosen to be a part of the class that was to begin in January of 2012. This was the start of a major change in my life. I entered the help class on January 9, 2012, motivated and finally determined to succeed. I was excited to learn and contribute to class discussion, and I was eager to gain the skills and knowledge necessary to be an effective helper in the field. The course material taught by Diane was comparable to a college-level course, and this reaffirmed me that I was enrolled in a quality program, learning valuable material that would carry me a long way. Also, with the help of Latoya Sullivan and Diane Delahanty, I was able to craft a stellar resume that reflected previous human services-related work and volunteer experience. I was beginning to feel employable again, and I was gradually regaining the self-confidence that I had once lost. Every day in the health class was a beneficial one for me. I must say the highlight of my experience in the class came when the employment partners came to Goodwill to interview myself and other students for actual jobs. I had the opportunity to interview with several great employers who admired my passion and interest for the field, one of them being Vincent. During my interview with Corinne Berner of Vincent, she said to me, "You seem to glow when you speak of the mentally ill." That statement meant more to me than I can commit to words, because throughout my experience in the health class, I began to develop a large interest in psychiatric illness and the need to continue my grandmother's legacy. With that said, I have been gainfully employed with Vincent since March 20th, 2012 as a residential counselor 2 in the psychiatric rehabilitation division. In conclusion, I would like to say that I am eternally grateful for all the services and experiences that were provided to me by Goodwill Industries. Diane Delahanty and Latoya Sullivan do a fine job. By completing the health program, I have achieved self-sufficiency and independence. I've come a very long way as a woman and as a mother. I am more content and happier than ever in my role as a single mother to my son Tyler. I can truly say that I am proud of myself. My parents are proud of me, and I have no doubt that my beloved grandmother in heaven is pleased to keep me. My life has not been an easy one, but my strength to endure during difficult times stands testament to my character. I'm looking forward to furthering my education by returning to Northeastern University College of Professional Studies, where I am pursuing a degree in Human Services Administration. I hope that my story encourages all of you to continue to support the mission of Goodwill and help sustain the valuable programs that are offered here. I am